I really love adding value to business owners who sometimes don't have the life that they want. Today, we're going to be talking about what an easy day looks like. Now, like I said, yesterday was a really crazy busy day, but I loved every minute of it because it was part of a plan. I left my calendar open for clients to book in some time. I had interactions with clients. I had all sorts of other interesting things, which was really good fun. And I can't tell you I didn't enjoy the day. In fact, you could probably tell that I did. Today was a complete contrast. Today I had a completely cleared calendar. There was absolutely nothing to interact with other clients if I didn't choose to. Okay, so here's how the day went. Got up at 6:30, got myself together. 7:30 went out in the garden, did a bit of weeding for half an hour and stuff. Came back in, got myself a coffee and a weak tea, and you know, I normally, by the way, start my day with a big glass of a big pint of water with some essential salts in it, and then my first what I call a sprint. You know, you've probably heard that term before. And if you ever do agile or Kanban, we have these sprints. So a 50-minute session. I had my first sprint, and I was looking at my messaging. Remember, I told you I had a coaching call yesterday, and I was going through that. It played on my mind last night, and I started doing that on my first sprint of the day. Today was an exceptional day for sprints, so I'll tell you more about that. I typically would only expect to do one, maybe two a day. Today it was a three sprint day, which is quite a lot. So it's quite tiring because you're really giving complete focus to the one thing you've got in front of you at the time. I was on my stand-up desk, planning out the work and doing the work on a big sheet of paper, you know, mind maps and drawings and all sorts of stuff. Really cool. I had a break for 10 minutes. At 9 o'clock, I did my second sprint. Again, same subject, just developing it further. Really interesting things came out. I discovered some things that I'm really uncomfortable with about my writing. I don't like talking about myself. I don't like talking about things I've achieved in life. I try to skate over them quickly. And the copywriting coach said, maybe you need to explain to people, you know, because not everyone achieves what you achieve, he said, right? And you want to make the most out of those achievements. Then after that sprint, a bit of coffee, had breakfast with the missus. We sat down for 45 minutes and just chilled, having a chat about what's going on around the house and family matters and stuff. Talked a little bit about my mum, who had called briefly, saying, you know, she's in a new home at the moment and we're just making sure she settles in. She's in isolation. And I just heard the good news today that her PCP test, a test for COVID, came back negative, which was fantastic. So she's joining the community there, which will be amazing. Really great team. I mean, you know, if you care in the UK is a bit hit and miss. I know from, you know, my dad went into care when he had his stroke. My mum's now in care. You know, it's a little bit hit and miss. And when you find a good place, you really appreciate it. And this is a really good place for my mum because there's a lot of social activity. The people there are really caring. It's run by the owner. Absolutely lovely. So that was that after breakfast. Then at 12 o'clock, so between that and starting my next sprint at 12, I did a bit of reading. You know, I sort of got my tablet out. I get some books on Kindle. I typically get audiobooks, but some of these books are not on audio, so I have to get the Kindle version. So I did a bit of reading on that and made some notes, and then did my third sprint, same subject, because I don't plan on getting things done because some things take longer, and this one was taking longer, so I had to do 3 sprints, and it still isn't finished yet, so I'm going to be developing that. And when I come back after Easter, which is when I'm going to reduce the number of live videos I'm going to do to maybe 2 a week, and you know, see how that goes. But they're going to be more structured, more planned. We're going to do that, and then at 1 o'clock, I sort of, you know, started getting myself a little bit of a snack, some nuts and some water, and then I went off for a walk about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I spent an hour, you know, on a brisk walk, sort of run. There's a golf course just down the road with a park next to it. There's some walking lanes through the golf course, which is really fantastic. Really enjoyed that. But when I say run, you know, we're talking about it's not a run as a runner would recognize it, but maybe a run as an overweight pedestrian might recognize it, which is who I am. So that was it. A little bit of a run. Got my heart rate up and stuff. Got, you know, shook off the sprints because they're quite intense. Came back in and spoke to my daughters. We had a phone call and we caught up on how things are going in their lives. You know, not much actually, but you know, there was still some interest going, career changes and job changes and stuff. You know, even in these weird times we're in. And then I spoke to my mum for sort of half an hour, just to make sure she was settled in because she's in isolation, keep her company. And then I had my favorite piece of an easy day, which is my power nap. About 3:50, I had a 5-minute power nap. And then at 4 o'clock, I was online with my copywriting coach, and he was giving me some tips on copywriting and doing an analysis of a sales page, so I could learn from that. And then roll on 5 o'clock, got myself freshened up, ready for the evening, and here I am with you. So that was an easy day. Is it enjoyable? I love it. Completely mine to do with what I went. There was a point I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I did speak to a client. Something developed yesterday. That from a call I had yesterday and some emails exchanges, one of my team told me the emails come back in and I may need to make a phone call. So I looked at the email and I called the client. He's based abroad, and I gave him a call. We had a 30-40 minute chat, and we discussed strategies on how to overcome this problem. Not a great problem to have for him, but we came across what we think is going to be the best solution out of not much choice, to be fair. And that's what people use me for, as a sounding board, to talk things through. And that was a wonderful, wonderful day. And the business ticks over. My team carried on preparing accounts. We filed a couple of accounts today and some tax returns and stuff. Clients sent us emails saying thank you for getting the stuff done. Things just run because we've organized it that way. Now, none of this happened by mistake. It all happened on purpose because I designed it years ago and keep tweaking the design to make sure it's still fit for purpose today. So that's really what I want to just give you an idea of is, even on a completely free day, I couldn't imagine sitting on a beach drinking pina coladas and eating, high calorie foods and getting fat and drunk for the rest of my life. It's just not me, and that's why I keep doing this, because I really love adding value to business owners who sometimes don't have the life that they want, the life that I've helped develop for myself and help others. So if you'd like to talk to me about how we can take you from where you are right now, whether there's just not enough time or just not enough income or you're just doing stuff you don't like, those are my 3 golden pillars of a good business owning life, where you're doing the stuff you love, you get paid well for it, and you have plenty of time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. That is, to me, is the holy grail. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what's possible. And it's possible for you. I mean, it took me in the late 80s, early 90s, it took me about 4 or 5 years to get on this trail, and over the last 25 years I've been working sort of half a day a week. You could do it much faster. I'm not saying get into half a day. That is a big ask for a year or two, but certainly you could do a 4-day week, within a year, maybe 2 max. And that's if you wanted to take a 4-day week. Some people carry on working a 5-day week, less hours, and have more time with their family in the evening, more energy with their family, have more time for holidays. You can choose what to do. It's an opportunity to think about what you want, and then we just go away and start building it for you, with you. I mean, when I say we, it's you who are in the driving seat. I just help as a catalyst to make it happen. All right, so that is really lovely talking to you. Hopefully this makes sense to you. And it's not about just sitting. I may have thought at one time I was going to sit on a beach and just drink pina coladas and get fat, but now that I have a business I love, I can't imagine doing that. I just have virtually no stress. There are stressful times, but virtually no stress in my life, which makes it really easy to do what I do when I do it and how I do it. So have a think about that. When you're ready, let's have a chat. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe right now and click the bell as well, because that way you're going to be assured of making sure you don't miss any of my videos, any of my thoughts on how to run a better business, which is all I talk about. I love business. I'm a bit of a business geek. And so if you're okay listening to Business Geek every now and again for 10, 15, 20 minutes, that'll give you some insights into running a better business, then you're in the right place. Click on the subscribe button, click on the bell, and you won't miss a thing.